My bad. I won't fuck it up this time. This is How We Do, and we are right back at you with episode 16 of the $1 Million Dream $20 Budget Podcast, brought to you by the boys of GHB. On behalf of GHB Productions, got myself, Jake LeMaster, along with my co-host, Dewayne Bretcher.
What up?
We are flying solo again for a second week. I apologize for my voice and my congested sound, but I'm slightly congested.
20-degree weather done got you all fucked.
Old man Winter beat my ass yesterday. $1 billion ass company and can't get a motherfucking garage door that works. Here's a propane heater. Oh.
Yeah, that ain't gonna do much when you're moving around.
Oh, I forgot to mention to you, May. We have but two of these little country city states, whatever they are, Australia, since we still ain't got that email, left. We have taken over all of Australia other than these two places, two cities. So I think it was West Australia, I believe, was the newest one.
Come on, America, step your game up. You got a whole country beating you.
Shout out to Brazil, because Brazil hit us with some love. So shout out to South America. And apparently Brazil takes up, most of South America.
Yeah, majority.
It's like, damn, we took up most of it. And then I realized it's one country. UK showing a lot of love too, man. Like a lot of love. East London, I think. I may have the names wrong. I should probably look this shit up before I go on a rant about it.
And be completely wrong.
Yeah, fuck up all the names. There's no East London over here, man. My best George Harrison voice. Shout out to the Beatles. Maybe it's Paul McCartney showing us love.
Would be nice.
Be cool. Paul. If anybody knows Paul, holler at him. See if we can get him on the podcast.
Good luck.
I feel like Paul McCartney probably doesn't do podcasts.
No.
I don't know.
Probably too old.
He might. Damn, man. He did Howard Stern this year.
Yeah, but Howard Stern's famous. We're not.
Dang, man. I think that we're
infamous.
We're ridiculous. East Midlands, east of England. Seriously, it's called East of England. So I'm gonna guess that this place lies east of England. And then Greater London.
You never know, man. You got a whole country called Iceland, and it's green. You got Greenland, which is ice.
Dang, we didn't line up on that one. Yeah, look at that shit.
Damn.
Yeah. So again, even though, they don't text us back, they ain't sliding into the DMs like we asked them to.
Man, y'all listening, y'all.
But shout out,
listening.
They may not be sitting through the entire hour and a half show, which I don't blame you. I wouldn't either, to listen to us ramble for fucking 2 hours.
Or they could just see the name and just click on it, like, oh, I wonder if it's about drugs, and I realize it's not. And
yeah, but they're hitting us with weekly plays, man.
Might not be the same one.
Are they waiting every single week to see if we offer drugs?
That's a possibility.
Possibility. See what I did there? Possibility. We don't sell drugs. We don't even do drugs. Drugs are bad, okay?
They're bad for you.
Unless prescribed by a healthcare professional.
Nice touch.
Word. So anyway, a lot of shout outs to be given to all of those that are liking, rating, downloading, playing. Damn, I think I missed it. Anyway, I'm fucking around with my camera. One thing that we always do forget to ask, if you listen to us on the iTunes app, go and, hit us with a rating, 5-star. Would be preferred, but honesty is okay, I guess.
Honesty is key.
The fuck it is. Even if you think we suck, you better give us 5 stars, motherfucker.
Just tell us in the comments that we suck. Just at least give us a 5-star rating, but at least leave a comment saying we suck.
Hit us with some comments. Hit us with some ratings because, that helps us out. Anyway, all right, so let's break it off for this week.
What are we starting with?
Man, it's a bad week to do a show. I'm going to keep it real with you. There's a lot of shit going on, man. It's
Should we start off with an easy topic? Talk about how NFL's rigged.
Yeah, let's start off there. I think we got to build into the rest of
the
it.
madness of the country.
All right, hit it.
All right, so now you got L.A. Rams going into the Super Bowl.
Where's Kurt Warner?
And I thought the Chiefs were going to win, but I fucked that one up because here's where the NFL's rigged.
Here's my question: did the ball cross the motherfucking threshold? Did it cross the goal line? Did that last minute winning touchdown for the New England Patriots was it actually a touchdown?
I'm going to say no.
I'm going with a strong no on it as well, my friend. I don't think it did, man. I didn't watch the game. I'll be honest with you. I haven't watched much football. I know to our overseas listeners, football to you is soccer to us. But we're talking about American football. A bunch of oversized men in helmets. Nothing against soccer. I just don't understand it.
It takes a while.
I'm a baseball guy. I'll be real.
Baseball's a little bit more. I say baseball's a little bit more harder than soccer to understand.
Oh, there's so many fucking rules.
Yeah. So
baseball is America's pastime, though.
I'll give you that. That is true.
And nothing goes quite like a warm summer's eve, like a night at the ballpark with a hot dog or 4, a thing of nachos, some ice cream. Did I say a thing of nachos?
Yes.
Well, then another thing of nachos.
Say peanuts?
I'm not a big fan of peanuts.
Yeah, but every time you watch anything baseball related, you got that dude. Peanuts?
Well, they still have those, but, that's America for you. Ice cold beer here and a hot dog.
You don't drink no more.
No. Negative, Ghost Rider. I am excited, though. I'm going to be taking Bub to his first game up in St. Louis this year. Preggers will be too far pregnant to travel to St. Louis. And
which one did you take him to last year?
Cincy.
Oh, that's right.
And we've got vouchers. We bought tickets for the last game of the year last year and got free tickets for a game this year, but we have to use it within a certain window, and it's in like April, and she's due in May. So anyway, back to baseball or football, whatever, fucking ice hockey.
Fuck ice hockey.
Damn, man. But shout out to Canada for the downloads. Nice. That was played so well. All right, so did he score on that play?
I'm going to say no.
Should Thomas Brady? Did you see that shit-eating grin on his face after the game? He's just like, I might not have deflated the ball this time, but I paid the motherfucking refs.
Right.
Bitch.
But, like, with all this, cheating shit that's gone on through his career, will you still consider him the greatest of all time?
If Tom Brady did not have the receivers and the tools that they gave him, no. Dan Marino, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, but they would never give him any help as a running back, so they relied on his arm constantly. Could you imagine if Dan Marino would have had a Jerry Rice on his side? Or if Dan Marino would have had a Barry Sanders behind him in the backfield to where he didn't have to throw? Man, shout out Refrigerator Perry. What you know about the fridge, Dewayne?
Whatever, bro.
You don't know about the fridge?
Before my time.
Oh, man. You just look, dude, he was like a 320-pound
I know
lineman.
he is.
Boy, once he got going, you wasn't stopping him, though.
Remind you of that dude was play for Steelers. Fuck, what was his name?
Jerome Bettis. The bus.
Just a big old motherfucker, boy.
But I'm saying, imagine if he would have had somebody like that in the backfield where he didn't have to constantly. He'd have shit on Tom Brady. But, I don't know. Arguably, is he one of the greatest? Yes. At the end of the day, man, he is a playmaker.
When you got a little short white dude as your receiver and you're still killing, I mean.
Who's a little short white dude?
Fucking, was it Edelman or something?
Why you gotta be white?
And you had, who was the other one that played for Denver for a while? Didn't he play for Patriots? Wes Welker? Wasn't he on the Patriots team for a while?
But wait. What about the hometown hero? Deion Branch. Let's not forget
Hey,
about that.
I'm not hating on Deion Branch.
Whatever happened to him anyway, man? Didn't he go to
think he
like
just
Seattle or some shit?
I think he retired.
I feel like he left the Patriots and went to Seattle or some shit. I don't remember, so don't quote me on that. But yet again, we've got the Patriots and the LA Rams. I got down with the Rams a little bit, when they were in St. Louis still, which the Rams were originally from LA, but whatever.
Yeah, he went to Seattle.
Did he? Damn,
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't know, man.
Then he went to the Colts.
Another year that I don't care about the Super Bowl. I mean, I'm not saying that because I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan. All the Falcons aren't in it.
No,
Fuck
he went.
'em.
Dude, he went to Seattle, then he went back to New England. Then he went to the Colts and then retired. But damn, he retired in 2013.
It's been a minute. I don't know. Like I said, it's not that I don't care, but I don't. What about Maroon 5 doing a halftime show though?
I'm cool with it. I don't know why everybody's
ain't
hating
mad.
about it.
I'm not mad. We've had some pretty shitty ones in recent years though.
Yeah, what man?
There have been some garbage.
I don't even remember the last good one for real.
Hot garbage.
Katy Perry didn't do a bad job though.
Bruno didn't.
No, Bruno's was solid.
Then he brought out the red hot chili peppers. I don't know.
Katy Perry's wasn't bad, dude. Like,
Justin Timberlake's last year kind of blew, I thought.
yeah, it wasn't that great.
I just don't think his singing was on point, man. I don't know if he had the laryngitis or
I mean, it wasn't as good as when he had Janet Jackson either.
it wasn't as good as when he had his boys with him. Justin Timberlake, not Justin Caesar. Maybe don't leave your gang behind.
I mean, they broke up, bro. What do you expect?
Don't
That's what happened.
leave your gang behind.
Y'all letting the Backstreet Boys get back together and recently release a new album. Y'all back here just
Backstreet's
whatever.
back. All right. Wait, they got back. They're doing a new album?
Yeah, dude. They already got a song on the radio off the new
no.
album. It's not bad. Not bad.
Dang.
When I first heard it, I didn't even realize it was them until I Shazammed that shit.
I Shazammed it. Cube came out with a new album a while back.
I didn't even know that.
Nah.
Stayed acting. Is that what you're saying?
Times are changing, man. Times are changing. I love Ice Cube. I love Once Upon a Time in the Projects and Today Was a Good Day, Ice Cube. America's Most Wanted, Ice Cube. This new one, it's not his best work. I think Laugh Now, Cry Later was better. But I don't know, man.
It is what it is.
Times are changing. Paul McCartney's new album was all right, though. I like that one.
Yeah, he had a good couple songs off there I like.
Yeah. All right, so
His halftime show wasn't that good.
when the fuck was that, and how did I
That
not
was
know
a
about
few
it?
years ago.
Paul McCartney?
Yeah, he did a halftime show a while back.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Man, I must have been fucking sick or something. I'm a Beatles fan. I'm like a real Beatles fan, though. I'm not one of those people that are Beatles fan because it's cool to be a Beatles fan. My dad raised me on like the Beatles.
Damn,
and
it felt like it wasn't
Eagles.
that long ago.
When?
2005.
See, I don't remember that. I must have
Was
been
it?
busy. Oh no! I know Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers one sucked. It was
Yeah, that wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
hot garbage. In the words
Felt
of a
like it
missing
wasn't-
man.
I feel like it was not that long ago. Tom Petty was 08.
Hot
Prince.
garbage.
I remember Prince did in 07.
Anywho,
Yeah, Paul McCartney was 2005.
I'm just saying. That's why baseball's better than football. We don't have to take up a half of a fucking hour just to let people rest. No, I'm just playing. Football's fucking way harder on you.
Hey, what about when the Black Eyed Peas did it with Usher and they had Slash come out?
The Black Eyed Peas were solid, and then Fergie came along, and then the Black Eyed Peas were no longer solid. I did not want to get retarded in here. But where is the love?
2012. Damn, see, I don't forget most of these motherfuckers, man. 2012, you had Madonna, Nicki Minaj, Circus Soleil and shit.
Circus Olay, isn't that like
CeeLo Green.
man? CeeLo is a very talented musician, But then I seen CeeLo redoing John Lennon's Imagine on the New Year's show one year, and I'm just like, nah, man. Nah, don't do that. Because certain things should not be redone.
I agree. I agree.
So let's quit avoiding the elephant in the room here, and let's just break it down. So this past weekend, there was some kind of protest.
Hey, Big Boy.
It's
It's supposed to do the halftime show this year.
Is supposed to.
Maroon 5, Travis Scott, Big Boy.
I don't care about Travis Scott. Who is Travis Scott? Anyway, yes, that was a reference point.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, shout out to Big Boy and Outkast, man. That's the one thing. I've been fortunate enough to get to see Outkast perform live. I just wanted one more Outkast album, man. One more. That's all I wanted. Don't get me wrong.
You'll never get it.
Man, fuck you.
Because then Andre 3000 done.
Man. You know, when you think of Outkast and think about how long they've been out, you expect them to be old as shit. And then you realize that Eminem and Jay-Z are both older than Andre and Big Boy.
Are they really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit.
Outkast came out hard, early, like young. They were babies. When that first song, Players Ball and all that shit, they were like 16. Yeah. They was just some little bitty babies. And, you know, the greatest rap duo of all time. But I'm not hating on Speakerboxx Love Below.
How old's Eminem?
46, maybe?
Because Big Boy's 43.
Yeah. Eminem and Jay-Z are both older.
I didn't think Eminem was 46, so.
But you got to think, man. Like I said, like Players Ball and all that shit.
He is 46. Goddamn.
Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. That was like 94. They were babies, dude.
Yeah.
Babies.
When did Eminem come out? He was in mid-90s, wasn't he?
No, man. He started to make a little bit of an underground name. Infamous came out in 1996. That was his first independent like album release, which I think was solid. But he didn't come out big with the Slim
98?
Shady until
97, 98.
No, man. 99. Real Slim Shady?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 99. Because he was on the 99 Vans Warp Tour. Somehow. How does that match?
No idea.
What do you got, Googler?
Trying to find it. It says years active, 92 to present.
Who, M?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you might have been active in 92.
It's still considered active.
But, I mean, hell, I've been active in music since 2003, if you want to get technical, but who in the fuck knows about me?
Very true.
Australia does. Not as a musician, as a podcaster.
Yeah, it was 99, you're right.
Boom!
Well, after his debut album Infinite in 96 and the extended play Slim Shady EP in 97,
Yeah.
he signed with Dr. Dre.
The Slim
and
Shady
achieved
LP.
mainstream popularity in 99 with the Slim Shady LP.
Yeah. I knew the extended play Slim Shady EP came out earlier, but that initial huge run of success. I mean, Jay-Z came out early too, though. I mean, so I think Reasonable Doubt was maybe 96.
Yeah, I was never a Jay-Z fan, though. I'm not a big fan of his voice.
I will give credit, though. Jay-Z is not still rapping about the hard knock life. People are knocking him about, oh, man, he ain't the same. He's out here rapping about Tom Ford and this and that. Well, he's not out here selling crack anymore. And that's a big debacle people have about 50 Cent. They're like, man, 50's dope when he gets gritty, but 50 Cent's out here making all these power moves with Showtime and all these big-ass shows and all these big-ass companies still rapping about being in the streets. And we're like, 50, when the last time you sold a dime bag? You know what I'm saying? So I'll give Jay-Z props. It's like, look, man, you're not rapping about
50
that.
doing big, though, man.
Like, you're not rapping about that shit anymore.
He's solid in that show Power, man.
Yeah.
He's real solid.
Isn't he like the executive producer?
Yeah, he's a producer and everything in that shit, too.
Yeah, man. So 50's doing big things. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're still if you're 15 years into your, large mainstream career, still making the same music you were making when you came out, you're not showing any growth as an artist. I don't think.
I understand. Yeah, I agree with that.
So I'm like, hey, man, knock Jay-Z if you want for rapping about Tom Ford and, Burberry lenses and shit like that. But I'm like,
that's what he's got accustomed to now.
When he came out, he's rapping about the hard knock life and rapping about selling crack and shit. Well, he's not selling crack anymore, so why is he going to rap about it? If you're going to rap about it, be about it. And if I'm worth $400 million, I do not want to be selling drugs anymore, unless I'm an international drug lord, which is probably why I'm worth $400 million. So I guess it all depends on your career choice, really.
Yeah.
I feel like that took a hard turn.
I mean, the man's married to Beyonce. I'm pretty sure he ain't here selling drugs.
I don't know.
They got a baby. Was it Blue Ivy?
I don't know.
Baby Blue Ivy or something weird.
Better than Blue Waffle.
True.
Did any of our listeners ever Google that, I wonder?
I don't know.
Google cake farts while you're at it. Shout out to cake farts.
It'll cheer you up.
It doesn't matter. You can be mad, happy, sad.
I think you asked before, but whoever made it, let him know if it was a warm cake.
Yeah, I just want to know if the cake was warm. That's it. That's the only thing that I'm concerned about that whole video. I'm sure that says something about my mental status if that's the only thing that I'm worried about from that video. But it bothers me. I've lost sleep over this.
Probably has.
Excuse me. All right, so you ready to get into it, man?
Yeah, because we don't want to stray off of sports into music.
Yeah, but I love music, man. I do love music. But before we transfer, you said something about Eminem being signed to Dr. Dre, and I'm not going to argue with the fact that Dr. Dre is one of the greatest producers of all time.
I'll say he is the greatest producer of all time.
How come nobody looks at his co-producers, though? You wouldn't have the man, the myth, the legend without the host of amazing.
It's all about the big name, though, man. All right, look at movies.
Look at Scott Storch. You remember him?
Yeah.
Before his $30 million and 6-month cocaine run, he was one of Dre's co-producers, and everybody thinks about that Still Dre. Dun, 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 that piano part. That was Storch that did that shit, not Dre.
Yeah, but here, like I was saying, like look at movies.
Shout out to Dre though.
Or look at movies. You got like
headphones is nice.
Look at all the people. Yeah, made me have to adjust my headphones. You say headphones.
Can we get a sponsorship?
But all right, so like look at movies. You got like makeup artists, stage directors, all that shit.
Yeah,
nobody gives them credit. Yeah, you see their name on the credits in the movie.
Right.
But who you gonna remember besides the actors and who directed it? That's all it comes down to. Who's the main person behind it? It's the director, the producer.
I think Francis Ford Coppola is one of the greatest directors of all time.
Who the fuck is that?
The Godfather?
I never watched The Godfather.
What?
I may have once. I just never paid attention. I didn't like it. I'm not a big gangster movie fan, bro. I watched Scarface like 2-3 times.
I am gangster.
I may have watched Godfather once.
Which one? 1, 2, or 3?
Probably all of them once.
Man. You just disappointed me. I've been on a run of being proud of old Dewayne over here, man. He's stepping up his talkability on the podcast, coming in with some topics, always here, and then he's gonna hit me with I don't think I've ever watched The Godfather.
I'm like, I may have watched them once, all of them once, maybe.
You have never.
I just never got into
watched The Godfather. So my pride level went from like sky high to, under the basement.
Sorry, I'm not like every rapper on MTV Cribs that's got to show off the Godfather collection.
Boom.
That's been over this whole time. Why is you talking about how why is it not even hung up?
Because I didn't fucking put a nail in the wall. I just busted out a Godfather picture on Dewayne like, oh yeah? What's up?
I've been over it the whole time. I never even knew it.
I did. I'm going to make them an offer they can't refuse. Your name or your brains on this contract. No, I get it, but I'm just saying.
Greatest director of all time, though, is kind of hard to judge. Right?
What's his name? Jerry Bruckheimer. He's
solid.
He's got to be up there.
Steven Spielberg and shit, dude. Like,
yeah.
Fuck him like Shyamalan. I hate him.
But I'm just gonna say this.
He always leaves you with them damn whack ass cliffhangers in every movie. Pisses you off.
I'm just gonna say this though. To all of the co-producers, the co-executive producers, I recognize you, even if everyone else doesn't. So shout out to you guys. And the guy holding the mic boom stand. That guy has a heart. My arms would go numb. I'd be like, man, fuck this. My shit hurt. Bitch. All right. We're still avoiding it, but we're going to bring it in. Okay, so this past weekend in Washington, D.C., there was a protest of indigenous people or something or another. And it really pissed me off when I first heard about it because these little brat kids that were harassing these indigenous folks were from the great state of Kentucky, which I'm like, dang, man.
Making us look bad.
I mean, Dewayne does that enough. We don't need any more help.
Yeah.
Boom.
We've already had a discussion on the state.
Well, they were talking about, man, fuck you. You about to get kicked out of the studio. I ain't never seen The Godfather. Fuck Kentucky.
No, it's just going to be you.
Fuck you, too.
You
I'll sit here.
You going to be able to do this all by yourself?
Man, I have. I did a 13-minute solo podcast.
Are you going to do an hour and a half?
No, because I've only got an hour left to do because we're already at a half hour. And I'm just going to sit here and make fart noises on my arm for 20 minutes of it.
I mean, you sent me a 40-second video.
Look, I needed to know which fart sound you like best for something that we've got coming up. Don't think that we forgot about the GHB mixtape. We'll get to that later. So anyway, and these, you heard these reports are sitting here chanting, build the wall, all of this. And I'm like, man, y'all just making Kentucky look dumb. These are indigenous Native American people. They was here before us. So where you trying to build that wall, homeboy?
Don't they teach history at your school?
And then
the truth comes out.
I don't know if it's the truth, man. So I'm not gonna sit here and pick sides.
Nobody will truly know what really happened besides them people. Because, people nowadays with their cell phones, they just got to pull it out at the right time.
Right. And
all you got to do is just edit certain parts in and out of it to make it look bad. I can sit here and talk so good about you, and I can bring up some bad words while I'm talking good.
Exactly.
Somebody can edit my voice and make it seem like I'm talking straight trash.
It's all about perspective. Perspective is a motherfucker.
The media does that with everybody.
Especially now that everybody has a camera. I think it's actually gotten better now that everybody has a camera in their pocket because you're able to see more than one perspective. Whereas back in the day, it was just one news channel with one camera.
But the problem with that is, let's say something bad's going on right now. What's the first thing everybody does? Break out their camera and start recording it. Nobody wants to fucking call the proper people or do something about it. They just want to stand back and record.
But what I'm saying is, so you saw the first video of this kid just standing here staring this kid down. Or wait, the kid staring the guy down.
The Indian dude down.
Yeah, the Native American fella.
While he's beating on his drum.
You saw that, and everybody just blew the fuck up hating on this kid. And then some video clips from other perspectives of things started coming out.
They were longer.
And showed different aspects of it. And at this point now, I'm just like, yo, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. If these little motherfuckers were sitting there screaming, build the wall, first off, take a history lesson, shithead. They were here first. Do you know how many Native Americans were raped, murdered, pillaged, and forced out of their own land so we could have land here?
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of tribes that are no longer around because of it.
Oh, I'm sure. And people are like, oh, well, they killed, settlers too. Yeah, defending their land. So I ain't even mad at them, If somebody tries to come up in your backyard and say, this is mine now, you ain't going to fight for it?
Right.
I got a big reason that they ain't going to come up in mines. Hey, Dewayne, can you open that door real quick? The cat's in.
Oh.
Cat wants to come in.
I'm good.
Why? It's like 20 degrees out here in Kentucky right now. So my very large dog that's usually in the backyard when Dewayne's here is now in the house. only being kept away by a thin door. I'm trying to convince him to open it. He's skirt. Anyway, but then some more stuff came out about this Native American fella. Now, initially, you were reading things about it, and it was like he was a vet. He's the eldest of this or that, and I'm like, yo,
he's a Marine.
He was a holder. He's the holder of the peace pipe and all this shit. And I'm like, yo, this dude's solid, man. Fuck this little kid over here being mean to him and things. He's out here just, singing a song about the south winds
and the rain dance something.
Tell my family I'm coming again, or whatever the words were. Anyway, but then some other things came out. This is why I really did want Dogfish to come in and do the show. Dogfish was supposed to come to the show with us today, but I guess he's sleeping. This Native American fella also was protesting the Dakota pipeline whilst flying an upside-down American flag. And if anybody doesn't know what the upside-down flag indicates, it indicates you are at siege. Dewayne, you want to Google the definition of that, please, sir?
Upside-down flag. I got you.
No, I meant siege in general, but Google search the meaning of that, too, while I continue. And I'm over here thinking, if this dude is a veteran, how could you do that to your nation's flag?
It says flying an American flag upside down is not necessarily meant as political protest.
How you figure?
The practice has its origin in a distress signal. Displaying a flag in this manner is a signal of dire distress in instances of extreme danger to life or property. It can also be viewed as an act of desecration.
Oh. You desecrated any flags in your day?
No.
Oh. So they're trying to build a pipe. They were trying to build a pipeline through the Dakotas. Now this took place back in 2016.
Siege is the surrounding and blockading of a city, town, or fortress by an army attempting to capture it.
So they're saying, there's several things that could have been said. So we don't know the reason for him flying that flag upside down. But given the circumstances, I'm gonna say that it wasn't good.
And there's also a group of African Americans that were there protesting something as well.
African American Hebrews, I believe is what it said, if I read correct. Now this little corny white kid, he did release a statement about the whole thing, telling his side of the story. Now one thing that did fuck me up about his statement, though, he went through a public relations firm to do it. So that tells me that he was being coached on how to word things.
Yeah, because if you read that statement, I'm sorry, even when I was in high school, I would not think about using some proper language.
I would have, but
anyways,
I'm a language genius. I can barely speak English.
I mean, it's like you just said, that's one side of the story.
We don't know what happened. What I'm saying is, if this dude's out here protesting and flying the American flag upside down, fuck that guy. Initially, if these little bastards were over here chanting, build the wall, get a history lesson, and fuck you too. And apparently, according to this kid's statement, they were yelling things at him, calling him crackers and everything else. And I'm like, yo, if that's what was going on.
And a group of African Americans singled out the African American kids that were with them and said they're gonna harvest their organs.
Your organs? Do we do that?
I don't know.
I mean, that does sound like some white people shit.
It does.
I'm not going to lie. Because if you think back, all the serial killers throughout American history that was harvesting people's organs and shit.
But my big thing on this
was all white.
My big thing on this was so according to the kid's statement,
there's 3 different cultural groups involved here.
Not that, but according to the kid's statement, they were doing their high school chant or something. Like stuff that you would hear at a high school football game or extracurricular activities.
The battle song of a school.
But they asked their chaperones if they can do it back while this group of people are over here, protesting this stuff.
He said the reasoning was they were trying to drown out the things that were being yelled at them.
But my thing is, if you're a chaperone and you already got this group of, protesters over here, going from past experiences with protesters, shit gets crazy. Why would you allow a bunch of your little underage kids to chant back?
Preach.
Like, that's just dumb. You're just asking for something to be started.
Glory, hallelujah.
Granted, you're out in public in Washington, D.C. There's people around. But still, why?
We getting kicked off the air.
We are. But you're just asking for it.
Oh, you are. And I think that was piss poor judgment on that chaperone's part.
You should have had those chaperones grab all those kids and tell them to go somewhere else.
Right.
They were out. Yeah, I get they were out sightseeing. You're in D.C. A lot of places
go
to go.
into a goddamn museum until your buses get there.
If you really want to see the Lincoln Memorial, Google it.
Shout out Abe Lincoln.
But go get on. You had an hour till your bus was supposed to meet you. Go wait. An hour's not that long.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying, man. If there was that much going on, I think it was piss poor judgment on the chaperone's part. I think there should definitely be backlash against the chaperone, knowing that the times that we're in right now, protests have had a tendency to turn hostile as of recent, months or years or whatever.
The big thing that anybody will tell you when you're in school, because, you got all these little high school kids wanting to fight somebody over some words thrown. One thing it's always said, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you.
Man, words hurt.
But they do. They do. But, like, you're supposed to teach your kids that.
Dewayne says shit that hurts me constantly.
Stray away from violence. But you're going to sit there and let these kids get all riled up and even cause more chaos? No.
I go home and cry sometimes.
If they're sitting there yelling words like that at them,
take them away. Because obviously that situation is not going well. So why would you let them stay there?
And they ain't gonna stop. It's like so. According to that kid's statement, that the Native American dude looked straight at him,
singled him out of the crowd,
walked right up to him, and just got right in his face like that.
But what about
obviously
everybody making a big deal about? Excuse me. Making a big deal of all the MAGA, Make America Great Again apparel that these youngins was wearing.
I mean, you're in D.C.
Trump is the president, so I'm sure this shit is readily available.
So, I mean, I'm not gonna single that part out because you're in D.C.
I think that's coincidental. But I think that the media is presenting it like these were Trump supporters trying to start shit.
And I understand, kids.
Be real.
Kids, they need to learn about everything with the country, because they're going to keep it going. But they're not going to. I don't think they'll fully understand everything.
Kids also still have a lack of knowledge of the whole right place, right time thing.
Yeah.
You may not want to walk into the middle of this protest at the Lincoln Memorial wearing that. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but when you're a bunch of little kids, essentially, you're going to be a target.
Yeah.
You're an easier target than a, 6'4", 280-pound biker.
But they may not have been protesting anything with Trump. But it's the fact they're going to see that.
Yeah.
They're going to see that and they're going to get riled up more. Like, oh, you got all these little kids out here supporting Trump.
You seen Trump ain't said shit about it. Trump ain't said nothing.
He probably wasn't even in town. Who knows? But, I mean, but what's there to say about it, though? Honestly, he wasn't there. He can't stick up for either side.
Trump doesn't know who each individual in this world that supports him.
Yeah. I mean, It's just a little small fucking, high school in Kentucky.
That's like us. We know there are people supporting our show, but we don't know each individual person.
But, I mean, it's a small little high school in Kentucky. Yeah, it's national news right now. But is it really that big of a deal for him to take his time to say something? Because him saying that something's not going to fix anything.
No, man. I mean,
honestly,
I think it's a fucked up situation. Like I said, we weren't there. We were not chilling in D.C. yesterday when all this shit happened. I think a lot looks negative on both sides of it.
Oh yeah, and I'm blaming it fully on the chaperones and not the kids.
No, me too, man. I think that was piss poor judgment.
And honestly, if you watch the video of that kid and listen to his statement, or read his statement, whatever, he didn't do anything wrong. He stood there. He smiled at the guy. Showed him he wasn't going to get angry, wasn't going to react to him.
Right.
And nothing happened.
My thing, look, I'm going to take things a little further now. I was reading about all this shit on Twitter and on news feeds and everything, not just some random fuckstick tweeting about it, but, verified accounts from news sources, CNN, Fox, and all that. And I saw something in the comments. From some lady. I don't know her name. I'm not going to say her name, anything. But I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly word for word what this whole thing said. But it was something along the lines, this is incredibly fucked up. This is the purest form of fascist racism, hatred that you have seen in this country. This is the youth. But watch whiteness win. And I'm thinking, hold on. Watch whiteness win? Now, let me ask you this. What if it was an African-American kid standing in front of this Native American wearing a MAGA hat doing this? Would it be as big of a deal? What if it was bigger? What if it was a Native American person wearing a MAGA hat standing in front of an African-American person doing this?
Or a white person.
Or what if it was a Native American person standing in front of a white person? Exactly. Now, when this person said, watch whiteness win, there's the instant insinuation of white privilege. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't singling out a single race, regardless of context, still racist?
Yes. How you going to sit there and bitch about racist and then turn around and say something like that?
I felt like that was racist.
That
to
was.
An extent, because
why does it matter if whiteness wins? It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter color on any of this.
No.
But that's the problem nowadays is it does make a difference to certain people in the media because if it, like you said, if any of the other instances that you said happened, it would be a way
less.
I think it'd be a way bigger deal.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I think that it would not be.
I think it would be a way bigger deal. I mean, it's a big deal as it is now, but But I think it would be a way bigger deal because they're going to look at him like, well, why is he singing out the black kid? Why is he singing out the Native American kid? He's just a teenager. I mean, it's already like that now because, he's a teenager. But, if it was African American, Native American, Indian, any other race, I think it would be a bigger deal because they're going to be like, why would you pick on a little kid of a different race?
No,
because that's the way the world is, though.
I see what you're saying. But when I read that, though, when I read the watch whiteness win again, I'm like, hold up. Isn't that kind of a fucking racist statement, too?
Yeah, I think it is racist.
Okay, I'm white.
I think that's petty.
I'm white. Dewayne is white. And do I think that white people do some dumb shit? I'll be real with you, I think white people are the dumbest race. Who do you see out here sticking their head in fucking alligator mouths? Who do you see out here chasing ghosts and shit? It's all white people. We do dumb things.
Yeah.
Hey, man, let's go drive this car real fast and turn and flip it just for fun. That's pretty fucking stupid. White people. But I don't get anything handed to me easier because I'm white.
No.
I had to work my ass off to get to where I got at work. I had to work my ass off and save my money to buy the house that I live in now, to afford the, big ass TV that I use as a studio computer screen, and nobody gave me that. I think people focus too much on race. I don't care if you're white or black or Native American or Asian. We're all people.
They focus on it because it comes down to I think the big part of it is on how you were raised.
Exactly.
And my thing with this is we didn't choose to
racism is a taught behavior. Nobody is born racist. It's not a genetic predisposition.
You got, so you look at, the really, down suburban areas of Louisville. They're predominantly African American neighborhoods.
Were you referring low income to the ghettos?
Yes. You're low. I was trying to be proper.
Now, how come nobody gave Elvis flack back in the day for singing a song about in the ghetto?
Right.
Hold on. Where was the flag for that?
But different times, man.
Mm.
But anyway, so, you got your low-income neighborhoods. All right? I hate to say it. Yes, it's for low-income neighborhood people, it is harder to get certain. You have your select few that bust their ass to get out and do something with their lives.
Now,
but it's not easy.
Hold that
you can't blame it on white people because we were lucky enough to come within these certain families.
Now, hold that thought, because for every project building that you have that is predominantly ethnic groups, I don't want to just say African American, predominantly ethnic groups, you got a motherfucking trailer park full of white trash honkies.
Yeah. Well, hell, you got that anywhere, though.
That's low income. Not all of them.
We'll say low income ethnic areas.
Right. Okay. Continue.
So that's just, it sucks
I know
that's the family you came in, but it's up to you to bust your ass to do it.
I think.
Granted, we came.
I know people of ethnic backgrounds that were born into a lot better life than I have.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think people need to.
I think that's what they focus on, though. Like, well, we come from this low income area. We can't do much with our lives to get out of it. But
I come from fucking Okolona.
I wouldn't say I came from a low income area, but
shit,
I still had to work for everything I did.
I did.
I wasn't poor, but we were poor.
Yeah, look at Okolona. It's a fucking unpolished turd.
I still went to school.
I did
got
too.
my grades, graduated. I dropped out of college, but I still pushed myself to go to college.
You know who else dropped out of college? Kanye West.
But then that's another thing with Louisville people, man. You can't
named the whole album College
Dropout. People in
Louisville,
there is no excuse not to go to college in Louisville. There is no excuse for people in Louisville to say they can't afford to go to college.
I can't afford to go to college.
You don't have to go to a college of your choosing. Go work at UPS. They will hire anybody as long as you got your GED or high school diploma. Go to work at UPS and go to college. Guess what? They pay for it. There is no
A lot
excuse.
of companies pay for college here in Louisville. I know Ford does.
There's quite a few. But Ford's a little bit harder to get onto than UPS. So I'm not going to say that. But to me, there is no excuse for people in Louisville to say they can't afford to go to college, because go get your little part-time job at UPS and go to school.
All right, so let's come back out of the fucking rabbit hole that we just went down. I'm going to close that rabbit hole off with this. I don't believe in racism. I don't believe in hatred. And I know Dewayne doesn't either. But I know neither one of us are racist. So if you want to say that whole spill was racist, go for it, motherfucker. Come debate me about it. I will gladly plug in another mic and another set of headphones, and you can sit on this motherfucking couch in this studio and conversate with us about it if that's how you feel. Because no, it has nothing to do with racism or hatred on our behalf. It's the entire world that is too busy focusing on race and hatred.
We're just speaking the truth.
People want peace. Well, then why aren't people fucking changing? If people want peace, maybe act a little more peaceful. I don't know if this little white kid from fucking Covington Catholic or Covington Christian High School, whatever it was, I don't know if he was there starting shit. I wasn't there. I don't know if this Native American fella singled him out of a crowd. He may have, he may not have. I don't know if this African American group of protesters were yelling shit at him. I don't know. I don't know any of it, but I'm just going to leave it at this. A lot of things look sketchy on both sides.
Yeah.
Look at the bigger picture of everything. Don't just instantly take the side of the first thing you see. And I think that's what a lot of people did with this.
That's what they do. Well, yeah, because it's like we weren't
granted,
there.
I'll be honest. I took the side that I initially seen too. I was like, yo, fuck that little dumbass kid. And then I started seeing other things, and I'm like, oh.
That's the thing.
Word?
From the stuff that led up to all this, you don't see it.
Upside down American flag?
People ain't gonna break out their people ain't gonna break out their video cameras until it actually starts happening. See,
You don't know what led up to that point.
So the people that weren't there aren't going to fully know what led up to that point because it's not on video.
Bottom line is you've got to view the world in panoramic 4K HD.
Because for all we know, you listen to video, there wasn't no mention of Build the Wall by these high school students.
That we heard, at least.
But they could have done that before it started, and that's why people start breaking out their cameras. It's like, oh, shit.
That could have been what initiated it. And if they were saying build the wall, boy, you all are fucking stupid. Not all people from Kentucky are that dumb. We know they were here first.
But that's the way the world is. That's the way the media is. They focus on the one thing, and they run with it and blow it so much out of proportion.
I think the principal point that me and Dewayne over here were trying to make behind all of that was maybe if we quit focusing so much on who is what race in every situation, we could do away with racism.
And the media wouldn't be blowing a lot of this stupid shit out of proportion.
Man, I'm just saying. Anyway, so I went down a YouTube rabbit hole the other day. Speaking of rabbit holes, I get on those kicks sometimes, usually when I'm sitting on a toilet. I'll click on a video I want to watch, and then I'll see some random shit in the suggestions, and then 20 minutes later, my legs are asleep, and
it's the worst.
I'm trying to get up and fall over and hit my head.
Can't wipe your ass because your legs are just tingling away.
Right. But I was watching a video. I ended up watching like 2 or 3 of them. They were like 10-minute videos about reactions of people being sentenced to prison time and jail time. And man, it cracked me up.
Should R. Kelly start watching those?
We're gonna get to that in a minute. I want to get back into this R. Kelly thing, man. Surviving him. Now, so these people were getting sentenced for various things. The one that sticks out to me most, it was this young lady. Oh shit. Hold on, I'm fighting with my mic stand. It was this young lady who had used, I don't remember if it was like a dating website or a dating app, to lure this guy in, but in actuality was just trying to set up a robbery. Now, robbery, I guess, goes forth, and the dude wound up getting shot and killed. And for her involvement in this, they sentenced her to 20 years in prison. And as soon as the judge hit that gavel, her mom is in the back. Oh my God, my baby doesn't deserve this. The girl's like, oh, please give me less time. I didn't, blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting here thinking, now, you knew going into this that it could have a negative outcome, and you chose to do it anyway. And you're surprised somebody's life was taken.
Premeditated.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
I don't remember the actual ruling. Involvement, I don't remember what it was, but I'm like, 20 years, I'll be real with you probably should have got longer. But then you see these people, one fella, he got sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms, meaning there is no shot, you ain't never seeing the light of day again. And he had murdered 2 people. One of them was like the mother of 2 kids or something. I don't remember the detailing, so I'm being very vague with this. And this man just hits the ground, starts hyperventilating and all this shit, and has to be wheeled out in a chair. And I'm like, you cold-blooded murdered 2 people.
What did you expect was going to happen?
I mean, really? Then one old dude, homeboy, straight up got sentenced to, I think it was 25 to life, so he would have had to have served 25 years prior to being available, at least 25 years before he could go before the parole board. Dude straight up took cyanide capsules. 8 minutes later, fell out dead. I was like, dang. Oh, Dogfish was telling me about one. I didn't see it, though. Dude got sentenced to life. And they were on the 5th floor of this courthouse, and it had a large opening all the way down to the 1st floor. He straight up just jumped over the rail. Peace, motherfucker. So, I mean, should people really be surprised when they get these kind of sentences, knowing the crimes that they committed?
No, I think
like it takes a ruthless motherfucker to murder people.
Now, like, all right, let's say you know somebody that murdered somebody, and let's say they got like 5 years.
That's fucked up.
All right,
involuntary manslaughter or some shit.
Let's say they murdered somebody 5 years, and let's say you got busted selling some dope, and you get like 10.
No, that's fucked up.
Now, see, I think shit like that, I think that's petty. Why did somebody that took somebody's life away and you were just selling some dope? Why should you spend longer?
Make some plea bargain and get voluntary manslaughter, and he got 10 years, but you got 15 for slanging herb or something.
And that's why they always tell you, if you ever pull a gun out on somebody, kill him.
Dead men tell, no tales.
It's not just that.
I had my tail.
But if you kill somebody, they're only gonna hit you with murder. Instead, if you just shoot them, they're gonna hit you with attempted murder, man. You know,
Moida.
All this other little stupid shit they can attack on, which is gonna make your sentence longer.
That's like the whole thing.
Because the biggest deal when it comes to murder that will give you the most time, I think,
Moida,
is
premeditation. That's the whole thing with the open carry law in Kentucky. You can open carry your firearm, but you can't have a shell in the chamber. But then they argue that if you had time to cock a shell into the chamber, that you had another way. You could have, in the time it took you to cock a shell into the chamber, you could have thought of another way to handle the situation, and they can try for premeditated murder based off of that. And I'm like, huh? You know how quickly you can rack a shell into the chamber? But where I was going with this is, are life sentences too strict? Do you think anybody should ever be given a life sentence?
I think it all comes down to what they did.
I agree with that.
Like, all right, because murder, depending on how gruesome the murder was, I don't want that sounds like kind of bad because murder itself is gruesome, but
murder is bad.
But if I kill you right now and then I take your limbs, cut them off,
mutilation of the body,
start doing stupid
shit like that.
Yeah, that shows you're fucking crazy. Lock them motherfuckers up for life.
No,
if I just shoot you because we have some kind of dumb argument or you did something,
25 to life.
I don't think it's a life sentence if I killed you for a logical reason. Well, there's no logical reason for murder, period.
Self-defense.
But besides that, but I'm not going to go to prison for that. I can get out of that.
Yeah. No, I mean, a lot of times, if, this guy shot this guy over a disagreement, he gets sentenced to 25 to life or 15 to life. At minimum, he is going to be in prison for 15 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
Now, whether the parole board decides that he is no longer a danger to society at that point, he could get out in 15 years. But if they decided he's still a danger, he has the potential to spend the rest of his living days in prison.
It all comes back to how they act in prison.
True.
Because that's when it comes for parole. Oh, well, you started an altercation with this many people within this amount of time. No, you're not allowed to come out because you have not showed any kind of signs of improvement.
Majority of people that do get paroled their first time up for the parole board are nonviolent offenders.
Yeah.
Johnny Boom.
And a lot of times they get denied the first time.
Yeah, if they're violent offenders.
But then you get them people that have the chance to parole, but then they're like, oh, I'm in here for life. They have no fucks given.
None. And see, that's the thing. People are like, oh, I'm in for the long haul. They seem to forget about that 15 to life or that 12 to life or 25 to life. They forget that, if I'm super cool for the next 12 years, I could go home.
Yeah, but if you're a certain age you got a life sentence, what's the point?
If I'm 60 and get hit with 25 to life, I'm kind of just like, well.
If you're like 40 or above and you get hit with 20 to life, what's the point?
I mean,
and if you have those kind of tendencies, that's the way they're going to look at it.
I might just want to stay in here.
Because you do have those people that get life sentences and that feel bad for what they did.
Think about this, though. They don't pay taxes. They get 3 meals a day.
And they get paid each day they're in there. Granted, it's like 30 cents a day.
Well, the ones that are trusted enough to have a job while they're there.
But, I think certain crimes.
Man, we're both over here sniffing like a motherfucker. I apologize to all of our listeners that you have to hear our fucking bodily functions and shit.
I just got over sickness. I still got a little bit of drainage left.
Damn, man, I ain't even belched in the mic this time.
I think you did earlier.
Did I? No, that was before we started. I just cupped it and belched.
But no, I think certain crimes do fit life sentences, but it all comes back to
the premise of the crime.
Yes.
All right. Well, then let me.
But you do have your judges that do judge things different. Like me and you could be judges. We can be having the same person in front of us do the same crime, and you might look at it this way, and I might look at it a different way.
Let me ask you this. This is what I'm confused about. All right. So trial by jury. Oh, I guess they just decide whether you're guilty or not guilty. And then the judge decides how long you get?
Yeah.
I wasn't for sure on that. I don't make a habit of having to go before a judge and jury.
We're going to have a guy that murdered a guy out of, just
spite.
Yeah. You may look at
he was fucking my girl.
You may look at he hasn't done anything wrong in the past. And I can look at it that way too, but I'm going to look at, if you hadn't done anything wrong in the past, then why would you all of a sudden do it now?
What sparked obviously, this?
Yeah. What's the story behind it? And you're going to look at it different.
Hate, envy.
You're like,
greed.
But you're going to look at it different. Like, I feel like you deserve 5 years in jail.
Husband that came home early.
Yeah. I can look at it like.
The leading causes of murder in America.
But you can look at it like, I feel like you deserve 5 years. I can look at it like, I get why you did it. I think you deserve maybe 2 years or something. Something stupid. It's all, every judge is different.
Okay. Well, then let me ask you this. Death sentence. Is it right to sentence people to death?
It goes back to how judging them, period. Depends on the crime.
I mean, I'm going to say people like John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy. Yeah. They probably deserve
your serial killers. I think your serial killers and your people that murder more than one person. Yeah.
Hey, I will tell you this: a
lot of people stand by that life for a life, eye for an eye.
Hey, I'm not against it. These little motherfuckers out here hurting old people and hurting kids, or these sick bastards molesting kids. Yo, that should have a motherfucking death sentence right there. Fuck putting his ass on it.
And the thing with that though, but as soon as you got them fuckers like that, as soon as they go in prison, guess what's happening?
No. Because they put a lot of them in, they don't put a lot of them in general population. Man, fuck that. You got sentenced to 6 years for touching a kid inappropriately. I'm putting your ass in general population. Here you go. If you can survive a year, motherfucker, I'll let you out. But no, man, I think people like that, that should be a motherfucking death sentence right there. What in the fuck? Why? I don't see how people can do that shit, man.
I don't either.
I read this story one time, or it wasn't too long ago. I want to say it was in Mississippi or Alabama. This lady had her kid in her arms, waded out into the river, and then let the kid go to drown. And I'm just like, how?
We got the people leave them in. Well, there was one in Coles a couple years ago. Remember that?
Yeah.
Left them in the bathroom at Coles.
In the toilet at that, wasn't it? Or was it in the
garbage
trash can?
I think it was in the trash can.
Man.
But it's like, why? Like, if you don't want your kid,
there are plenty.
Adoption.
Yeah,
foster homes, adoption, whatever you call them, they are overloaded with kids because a lot of people don't want them.
And that's sad.
But it is sad. But when it comes to newborns, unfortunately,
you want to talk about
there's going to be a lot of people willing to take a newborn baby.
Starting life off at a predisposition. Yeah. Try that. You don't even have parents.
Yeah. But, a lot of people are willing to take a newborn baby because they look at it like it's a baby. They get to start from the beginning. That's why a lot of kids, certain ages,
have more trouble getting adopted. Have more trouble
because nobody wants to adopt a kid at a certain age because they don't get to enjoy the beginning of it. As bad as that sounds.
Who wants to buy a 3-year-old dog when you can get a puppy?
Wow,
that was fucked up.
Adopting dogs is different than adopting humans. That's a little far there, buddy.
Dang.
But
Did I go too far again?
But that's the thing.
I think this whole episode goes too far.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But that's why I look at it. Like, if you don't want your kid, put it up for adoption. It's not that hard.
I mean, I get it. There's mental issues in things. There has to be mental issues. Or you hear about these motherfuckers killed his girlfriend's 3 month. Well, I couldn't get it to quit crying. I'm like, wow.
It's a baby.
You know how many times you probably fucking cried uncontrollably as a kid?
Mm-hmm.
And then they get sad when they get a life sentence. And I'm like, let me at him, judge. he ain't even gonna make it out the courtroom. I'll kill him. I think crimes against children should be punishable by death instantly.
I agree, because...
And I don't mean a peaceful one.
The kids don't know what they're doing.
I'm not, and they're defenseless at that.
Yeah.
I don't mean a peaceful, here's a shot, go to sleep, and you ain't gonna wake up. I'm talking some old fucked up shit. Some Vlad the Impaler shit.
You're gonna do some Green Mile, not soak the sponge.
Which that's kind of dumb because the water helps to conduct electricity.
Yeah, but you just fry them, let them get tortured like that, burn.
Hey, all I'm saying is, man, love the kids. Wu-Tang is for the children.
But, I agree, though, man. Like, it's a little baby. They're going to cry.
Man, I know.
They're hungry. They could be hurting. They don't know. They just cry.
You know, that's weird, though. Like, as a parent, you learn to identify the cries.
Yeah.
Like, well, that one means he's got shit in its diaper. Kelsey. Baby's crying. Hungry. Want somebody to play with.
All they may want, man. They don't know.
Yeah. Man, dude, that's one thing that just burns me the fuck up is people that do things to children. You know, old people's the same way.
I mean, I agree with you, man, because, you know, I can't wait to have kids.
Punishable by death.
I can't wait to have kids. And even when I'm around my family, with the little kids that run around, dude, it's the greatest thing ever.
Except my kid, because my kid beats the shit out of Dewayne.
I even enjoy it, though. It's fun watching kids.
Until he hits you with that left hook.
Yeah.
God, that kid can fucking throw a punch.
But, you know, it's fun just watching the innocence of kids and just the stuff, and then hearing the stuff that come out of their mind. Dude. Like with your kid, dude, the day when we were, he wanted to learn about how the engine works. He's 5 years old. That man don't care anything about the car but how it runs. Dude, it just blows your mind when you just hear shit like that.
Well, his dad is also a genius.
Yeah, but, you know, like, all right, so a friend of mine posted on Facebook.
I'm the daddy.
A friend of mine. I be the pappy.
I be the paw that damn baby boss.
But I had a friend post on Facebook. I forgot how old the kid was. But they were driving, and he looked at his mom and said, do you know why houses like this house has snow on its roof, but this one doesn't still? She's like, no, why? He goes, because they don't have good insulation in the roof. That's why. Their heat's escaping. It's melting.
The heat rises.
Yeah. And it's just like, I think he was like 6 or 7. It's just like, it blows your mind that a 6 or 7-year-old kid would even know that or even think about that.
I think having kids it's a reality check sometimes too, though, because people get annoyed with kids, you know, asking question after question after question. You know, damn, I didn't know you were going to be required by the laws of nature to ask 400 consecutive questions without a rest. But I look at it and I'm like, man, everything is so amazing to kids. You know, the grass being green, the sky being blue. All shit that we take for granted, it just is. You know, things that just are in the world. But take a second and look at it from a kid's point of view. Like at one point in time, this shit was amazing in life to us too.
Yeah.
And then we just got numb to it. I'm like, dang. Maybe if those same people that are focusing on race and hatred took a little bit of time
and reflected
and just realized how amazing life is overall. Like, you don't have to tell yourself to breathe. You don't have to remind your heart to beat. It just does it. It's a miracle. How do magnets work?
It's just a thing everybody takes for granted. You know,
I know how magnets work, by the way.
Yeah, but, you know, everybody just takes everything for granted, bro, and they just don't think about it.
I don't think the world is thankful enough that we're even fucking here.
It's
because one little glitch in the rotation of Earth, we go.
Look at when we were kids, all right? Hide and seek was like the best thing to do when you're a kid. It was fun. Because you get to experience hiding in some random ass dumb fucking spots.
I still enjoy a good game of hide and seek, man.
But me and you trying to play hide and seek gonna be dumb.
The fuck it will.
But you throw Chase in here?
I bet you won't find me.
But you throw Chase in here, dude, it'd be fun just because. You can hide in the simplest spots, and they gonna see your foot sticking out from a curtain, and As soon as they pull that curtain back and just see the joy on their face because they found you, even though you know in your head that this was a dumb spot to hide.
Speak for yourself, man.
It's going to just lighten your day.
Yo, I'll climb up in a fucking attic. My kid get mad and shit at me. Daddy, where are you at? Shit, I'll run over to the neighbors. Like, you ain't finding me, man.
It's just the simple things like that, bro.
One time, my son, it was a big box. It may have been a box that my golf bag came in or something. I don't remember, but it was big enough for him to fit in. And he had a flashlight with him. He's hiding in his box, just being stupid quiet. But you can see the fucking flashlight shining. I'm like, So then I walked over and pushed the box over, and he came out swinging.
I mean, I come out swinging too. You push me over.
Hey, dude, my kid is a gangster. He will. Did I tell you about that time, man? We was having a Nerf war. And me and my kid, man, we go in on Nerf wars. Well, he ran out of fucking darts.
I got a big-ass bucket of, 500 darts. They go hard.
I make him wear safety glasses, though.
That's responsible of you.
Yeah. Anyway, he was out of bullets, and I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get him. Man, I was hiding on the other side of the bar in my kitchen, and, dog, I look back. Daddy, I'm out of bullets. I don't care. And then the next time I turned around, he's right there with a fist coming. I'm I'm over here pulling triggers, and he's just running, swinging. I'm like, yo, I was so proud of him. I'm like, you are hardcore. You ducking and dodging Nerf darts, and you just going all in. Fucking Nerf gun. I'm going to punch you in the sack.
About the time he said, I'm American, I don't surrender.
Also a proud parenting moment in my life. All right. So now that we have went down the racial rabbit hole, the prison rabbit hole, the reflective joys of life rabbit hole.
Should we really release this podcast?
Probably fucking not, but you know what?
We going
Fuck
to
censorship. I've got freedom of speech. Because I am American. I'd say this one will get some backlash. But, hey, controversy sells. So does sex and meth, but we're not going into either one of those. But if anybody offers me a 20 for Dewayne, 20's a 20.
Damn. Don't mean Dewayne can cooperate.
Bet. I'll split the 20 with you.
That don't mean shit.
Damn. Mr. Robert Kelly. Did you ever watch any of that Surviving R. Kelly?
No, because I never got the chance to.
I set my DVR to record it.
Is it a full series or is it just one giant thing? It's a full series.
There was multiple episodes of it.
So it's a series.
Yeah. A mini series, a mini doc series.
Yeah.
I don't know the appropriate term.
Some shit like that.
So I was watching this shit, man, and I'm like, yo, this goes way deeper than some bump and grind type shit. Talking about dude had him locked up in the fucking house. They had to ask to go to the bathroom,
and he'd give him a bucket and shit. And then
if they disobeyed him, talking about they'd go 2-3 days without eating and shit. I'm like, huh? So now they're saying that he was like a sex cult, basically. And I was like, well, that's gross. It could have been worse. It could have been the Manson cult. So how do you feel about it, about Mr. Robert Kelly?
I think it's crazy with all this shit coming out, but it's just one of those things you don't know if it's true or not. But if they're having all these people come out, multiple women coming out saying damn near the same thing, then I feel like it could be true. But it's like we talked about before, though. It just takes one person to come out and say something to ruin your whole career.
All of it.
But then again, why wait till now? Because R. Kelly ain't done shit in the last few years.
Now, is it true? I don't know. But that goes back to what we talked about last week.
There's already been a video out of him pissing on somebody.
I want to piss on you. Ooh, 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 yes, I do.
Drip, drip, drip.
But, man, I was watching this one shit, and this mom was finally found her daughter in some swanky hotel. I'm like, damn, at least he put her up in a nice-ass hotel. Not some seedy motel where they're gonna cut your kidney out and leave you in a bathtub full of ice.
Puts the lotion on the skin.
Where's my copy of Auto Trader? Joe Dierte. Anyway, but I don't know, man. Like, is it true? I don't know. It might be.
If it is, that's fucked up.
Yo.
Because you had all these people listen to his shit.
I'm talking about one chick said she was 16. She said that he told her to tell people she was 19 but act 21. And I'm like, huh?
Why not just say you're 21?
Right, man. I'm like, that's fucked up, bro.
But if it's true, this comes back to what Dogfish said that one episode.
Don't listen to R. Kelly's music?
No. Don't have a celebrity. Don't look up to celebrity as your idol.
Yeah.
Because they will let you down.
Be your own idol. Dogfish just texted me, speaking of which, saying he's just getting up. And I'm like, well,
we can always do another one.
No. We done went way too far on this one.
But, that's what I mean. If it's true, it's fucked up.
Mad fucked up.
It's like, and you had all this good music out.
Dude, you know how much money he made Sony? And Sony dropped them.
Yeah, wouldn't you? Let's say
how many more hits you got him in the bank?
How many
more hits you got in the bank?
Let's see, GHB Productions was a legit, full-blown company making some bank.
I feel like we're pretty legit.
Say we making millions of dollars.
Shit, we ain't making nothing right now.
And I come out and do some shit like that. You gonna look at me like an asshole because I'm your boy and all, and you're like, how the fuck you doing all this shit I didn't know about it, for one. But anyways.
First off, why didn't you keep it real with me, man?
But I'll do some shit like that, and it's getting public and known, and you got this whole fucking documentary series out on it. You're gonna drop me like a heartbeat. Like you're not my boy anymore. I didn't know you like that.
I didn't know you were sticking fingers in those places.
And now you're making my company look bad because you've been a part of it. So of course you're gonna drop.
I was just joking. I mean, no, they should have dropped his ass. But that says something right there, because you know how much money he has made Sony writing songs for people, producing artists. Like, he has made Sony a ton of money.
Oh, yeah.
So that says something to me right there when Sony's like, hey, yo.
I say, like, what was the two?
Fuck you, Kelly.
Two biggest hits that's probably made the most money is Bump and Grind and probably the Ignition remix.
Nah, man. World's Greatest. I Believe I Can Fly.
I forgot about that one.
I believe I can fly.
So,
woo!
They gonna cut that off Space Jam now?
Oh man, don't take it out of Space Jam.
Take
it off Spotify, but don't take it out of Space Jam.
But that's the thing though. You gonna look back on Space Jam and listening like, damn, I can't even enjoy this song anymore.
I believe I can fly.
Cause I seen a lot of my friends.
I think
on
I
Facebook.
Just peed in her eye.
Damn. But I seen a lot of my friends on Facebook just like, you know what? I used to love his music, but you know what?
I can't fuck with R. Kelly
Fuck
no
that.
more. I can't fuck with R. Kelly no. I mean, I never really fucked with R. Kelly's music. I mean, I knew he was a very talented individual. He was. He still is. I mean,
The only songs I cared for was the Ignition remix, of course, because that's just catchy. And then what's that?
Ignition,
Step in the Name of
get
Love.
Your ass in the kitchen.
Step in the Name of Love, dude. That song was solid. Yeah. But that's about it. Like Bump and Grind just got so old because it was played on everything.
Was that ever featured in any pornos?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Can you Google that? Was Bump and Grind ever in any pornos?
I really don't feel like Googling that.
Man, you better get dropped from GHB Productions for not doing your motherfucking job
saying,
as the Googler.
I'm pretty positive it probably was.
But,
hell, they started an American Reunion off of Bump and Grind just trying to get the baby to sleep. I know because I watched it last night.
Man, talk about a movie franchise that takes you back. Anyway, but that brings me to this. These controlling motherfuckers. Like, these obsessive people, you know what I mean? I mean, all of us at some point
has some kind of controlling tendency.
Damn.
Dewayne, I thought that's where you're going.
You want to talk about this off air?
No.
You got something you trying to tell me?
I just thought that's where you're going.
No, that is absolutely not where I was going. Okay. Well, folks,
I'm not controlling.
Enough with the gay jokes. I watched 8 Mile last week.
Good flick.
Damn, man, you done fucked me all the way up. God bless.
Just knowing you, that's why I felt like that's where you were going.
And just knowing Dewayne, we gonna peek the monitors. What the?
Look, I waited this long to get all excited though.
No, we've both done it before. That point. What was that? Oh, these. We've all at some point in our life dealt with like a psycho ex, or maybe you have a psycho current right now. I'm not saying me or you do, but somebody out there in the world, I guarantee does, because crazy don't just go away. Crazy is like energy. It's never created or destroyed.
Did you see that shit where a lady went on a first date and then texted this motherfucker like 1,500 times or something crazy?
Yeah. Oh man, I got one worse than that. I was reading this article. It was here in was it in Kentucky? God damn, man, I read so much shit on news trying to think about things to talk about on the show that I forget. I should probably write it down better.
You do it all the time.
But this bitch had been stalking a cop that arrested her over a year. Like, she wanted his meat in her mouth. And she was trying to find his social medias and trying to be like, come get this love. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to suck this cop off. She had a crush on him. So this bitch fucking drove through the motherfucking police station.
Oh, shit. I thought you were about to say his house.
Nah. To go pull his information file so she could get his address. You want to talk about crazy?
Yeah, to go after a cop.
1,500 fucking text messages? Okay. That's one thing, but this bitch was a different type of crazy. But everybody's had to deal with that one possessive ex at some point or another in their life, like that motherfucker, why are you doing this to me? And just doesn't ever leave it alone. Like a year goes by and they're still, I can't believe you did this to me. We belong together, bitch. Different type of shit. People need a fucking life.
Unfortunate enough, I ain't never had to deal with that.
Man.
I did have one start trying to say I called her white trash or some shit, which I never did. But
did you?
No, I didn't.
Was she?
No.
Oh, well. The shoe fits, wear it, motherfucker.
My cousin hooked me up with her, and she kept blowing
Put it in her butt?
No.
Oh.
I was trying to help my pastor move one day, and she kept blowing me up. And I told her, like, look, I'm helping my pastor move in this house. I ain't got time.
I ain't got time for your shit.
And she kept blowing me up, getting mad. And
I'm moving in the name of God right now.
And I'm just like, I said, and I just got fed up with it. There was other stuff that led to the breakup. We broke up with her. Then she gets on MySpace, because this is back when MySpace was
she still in your top 8, though?
No.
Oh.
And
was she ever in your top 8?
I don't know.
Man.
We only dated for like a month. I don't know.
I got a story about the MySpace.
But anyways, so she gets on MySpace and goes to my aunt's page and was like, he called me white trash and this, and this. I'm sitting there like, I never said any of that. Then she tried to she had a brother that was disabled. I forgot what was wrong with him. He couldn't talk or anything. Loved the kid to death, though, dude. Every time I go to her house, he'd pull me in the bedroom, show me Scooby-Doo on the TV guide, so we'd watch Scooby-Doo together.
Hey, Scooby-Doo's a shit.
Yeah. And so she tried to pull that on me, like, y'all, he's over here crying and blah, blah, blah. I'm saying, like, I feel bad, but you're nuts.
They try to, the ones that try to guilt you
yeah.
into coming back.
I'm just like, she wasn't psycho. Like, after that, left me alone. I'm just saying, like, don't go saying I said this and that when it's not going to do anything.
Dewayne, ain't nobody listening. It's just me and you right now. Did you call that girl white trash?
No, I didn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Was she white trash?
No.
All right, just asking, man. I was just trying to. Anyway, I had one time. I was talking to this girl. This was back in the days of MySpace. This was maybe 8th grade. Fucking blew my shit up because she wasn't in my top 8.
Dude, those days were hilarious. Why ain't in your top 8? Bitch, Tom's always number 1.
And then so I went and made it a top 4. I'm like, sorry, there's no room. It's Tom, Jesus, President Bush, and my mom.
And my mom.
I mean, I'm like, wow, people are nuts with that shit.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
And that ties into the whole R. Kelly thing. Like, you have to do what I say type shit. And then I kind of just branched it over into that obsession because, I mean, there has to be some sort of, an obsession for control.
Yeah, but it's not just that. Like, these people are going to listen to him because they're probably not only because they're scared for whatever's going on, but he's the man of power. He's a celebrity.
Don't kill me.
He's a man of power. He's got the money. He's
How
a celebrity.
How long do you think it's going to be until it comes out that R. Kelly killed some of these bitches? Some of these ladies. Wow. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
God, I did not mean to refer to them as bitches because the shit that they allegedly went through is fucking god awful.
But not only just because they're scared, but they're going to a lot of people enjoy that though because, yeah, they may not be going through it, but when it's all sitting there yeah, well, I got to go through this with R. Kelly. What'd you get to go through it with? Nobody. Type shit. So it could be some crazy little chicks like that out there.
Cletus the corner crackhead.
It's just, I don't know, man. But a lot of them are like that though.
Oh, and that they're getting paid off of this Lifetime shit.
But there's some of them that could have enjoyed it. Yeah, they made it seem so bad, but they could have enjoyed it because they got the attention from R. Kelly.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
People like attention, bro.
All right. So we took a break, and I drugged my wife in here because we're talking about Mr. Robert Kelly. We're talking about controlling, possessive relationships. Have you ever had to deal with a psycho ex? Me and Dewayne done talked about it.
You ever had one get onto you because he wasn't in his top 8?
Yeah, that was my
MySpace or something.
I mean, I don't know, maybe.
You ever break up with somebody and he'd be like, "Oh, I miss you. I want you back." Blah blah blah.
I mean, yeah.
I had one get mad at me because they weren't my top 8. I told him it was Tom, Jesus, President Bush, and my mom. I dropped it down to a top 4. My mom didn't even have MySpace. I'm gonna need you to talk up a little bit louder when you talk. So if you've never had to deal with that?
I mean, I have. I'm sure. Yeah.
What's their name and where do they live at?
Shut up.
Where they at?
We need the address.
I have no idea.
We gonna pay him a visit. I got a Christmas card for him. It's in the shape of a 45 hollow point.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
He's just gonna stick it on his counter. Here you go.
Scratch a message into the side of it. You remember Kelsey? Well, meet me, bitch. Well, we wanted to get a woman's point of view on it, and yours is very bland.
No help.
I told you I didn't have a lot to say.
I mean, but have you ever had to deal with something like that? Like, what happened?
I don't know.
Talk to us, damn it.
How do you not know if you went through it?
How do you not know if you went through it?
Because it's been a long time ago, I'm sure.
I promise not to try and go and kill anybody.
I don't know, really, off the top of my head. I have no idea.
I don't mean I'm going to still kill them.
Shut up.
Or the whole the controlling situation, like you're only going to do what I want to do. I never want to do what you want to do type thing. Yeah. Have you ever had to deal with that, Dewayne?
No.
I have.
What their name is?
I'm not telling you that.
Where they live at?
I don't know, actually.
I think she goes through that now, Jake.
Shit, bitch.
I don't want to go golfing. Well, bitch, I'm going golfing, so you coming along.
Hey, I never call my wife a bitch.
That's true. He doesn't.
Boom.
Well, I didn't mean technically he calls you a bitch, but
What's up, Crackle?
But then again, you did say in the vows he can go golfing whenever he wants.
Oh, I gave a degree, I believe.
I leave her alone. She can do whatever she wants because usually I'm doing
whatever he wants.
Boom.
Well, here's the thing. Does he ever go do what he wants when you want to do something, though?
Only when I want him to clean.
Well, see? That's controlling.
She's not home then, shithead. She'll be like, hey, while I'm at school today teaching America's bastard youth, can you do laundry?
He's like, yeah, sure. And then I get home and nothing's been done, but he has golf attire on.
Where's the laundry detergent at?
Yo, we had so many bottles of different shit in there. I didn't know which one was fucking detergent.
I remember that.
It says detergent on it.
Oh, my God. I can't read. No, man,
spell
fuck
detergent.
You, Dewayne. DETURDGENT.
Detergent.
Detergent. Man, fuck you, Dewayne. I'm not controlling at all, dickhead.
You're just fucking with you,
I don't care about nothing.
I'm just joking.
I just unconditionally love.
It's a ha ha he
eat my ass, bitch. JK LOL. So tell us about it. Like,
what happened?
What happened? What's his name?
Just not being able to go anywhere or do anything.
Just name him John.
John.
What did John make you do?
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't make me do
Can we give him a
anything. I
cooler
just
name than
wasn't.
John?
I just wasn't allowed
Jimbo?
to do anything.
I hate you, Dewayne. Motherfucker. I was thinking like Floyd, maybe Lloyd. I like
Earl.
Earl, yeah.
Earl. What did Earl make you do?
What did Earl make you?
I mean, he didn't make me do anything. I
do?
just wasn't allowed to do anything at all.
Like you were trying to go see a movie and he wanted to play Call of Duty with his friends or something.
No, like even if he didn't want to go anywhere, I wasn't allowed to do anything.
What's his name? What's his real name? Not Earl.
Doesn't
How
matter.
long did you stick through this?
How long did you stick through this?
A long time.
Is it because you were dumb?
I mean, probably.
I mean, I can't say anything.
She was in love.
I dealt with that.
She was in love.
I ain't gonna name names either, but I dealt with it for almost 4 years.
Mine was longer than that.
I didn't get to play golf hardly, and that's something. Imagine how cranky I was. When did we turn on the lava lamp?
It was been on for a while. I think when you first got up here.
Huh.
Been on the whole time.
In memory of Justin Caesar, since he's not with us today. I mean, but why did you choose to deal with it?
I don't know.
I mean, I had reasons why I chose to. I'm gonna choose not to talk about it with other thing, you know.
I mean, everybody has reasons, but it's a logical reason, you know. Like, 'cause women are crazy. You got like, all right, so you got these women out there that get beat up by their significant other.
He loves me. He swore he wouldn't do it again. You ain't never had to deal with that, have you?
No, I've not.
What's his name?
I said I haven't.
But
Swear.
that's the thing. They come
You
back.
lying?
No.
But they come back and say, like, well, I love him. That's why.
Do you
So
love that
is-
black-eyed
that's what I'm
chip tooth
saying.
and broke it nose?
Because all these ER,
he
you know,
broke it in my nose.
are all these ER visits and medical bills worth staying? You know.
Okay, so anyway, what was your logical reasoning?
I don't know. I was young.
Young,
Stupid.
Dumb. What's his name?
I'm not going to tell you.
Why?
Because it doesn't matter.
It matters to me.
Does it?
I'm like a vigilante. Fuck yeah. Dwayne's my sidekick. Call me Rap Man. Fuck yeah.
I'm Ginger Man.
The gingerbread boy.
There you go.
Okay, so you have no clue why. I mean, but was that it? Like, if you didn't text him back in a certain amount of time, hold up.
What?
I think I just came to a revelation.
Uh-oh.
I think I'm in a controlling relationship right now.
Really?
Oh, shit. Table got turned.
Hold up.
What you doing, Kelsey?
She'll be like, well, I saw where you read the text message and it's been an hour and a half and you didn't text me back. And I'm like, well, that's because I was elbows deep in the engine bay of a car trying not to lose an appendage or something.
And he forgot.
And I forgot. Or I'm yelling at Dewayne for not fucking lining his strut towers up.
Mm-hmm. I don't get mad at you.
Man,
time,
she
bro.
cusses me.
I do
time.
not.
And then when I get
I know
home,
she don't cuss you.
And then when I get,
I know better
she
than
politely
that.
cusses me.
I don't
You
cuss.
butthead. You freaking stink.
HE double hockey sticks.
And then when I get home, man, my dinner's all cold and shit.
Really?
And then she like smacked me one time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm lying, but she does get on me about that though. You read it. You never responded. I'm like,
Only because he didn't text me when he got to work one morning.
I was busy.
And it had been like 3 hours.
I was busy looking at porn.
But he was posting on Instagram.
Elena gets on
So I
me
was
like
like,
that. She'll text me
Did
like,
you make it to work or not? Because I haven't heard from you.
Elena does that. She'll like half hour or so when I'm supposed to be already on the
Safety.
line. She'll be like, you at work? Oh,
No.
my bad. I forgot to text you.
I just want to make sure he made it.
I'm just playing. My wife is not controlling because there is no control in this free spirit.
Because he does what he wants.
My spirit animal is that of freedom. That is my spirit animal. Freedom. Let freedom ring. So anything else that you would like to talk about on this topic? Controlling. Have you ever had like an obsessive ex like blowing your shit up? Why are you doing this to me? I miss you so much.
No.
No?
I don't think so. Not that I can remember.
Well, the little bitty town she came from had like a population of 4. So, you know, I don't know. I just didn't know if you'd ever dealt with that because I think that's the worst. I read some shit about an obsessive ex and he showed up at this lady's house and then raped her. And before the cops could catch him, even though she had tried to file complaints before, he had never tried anything.
Mm-hmm.
Before the cops could catch him after she filed the report of him showing up at her house and raping her, he showed up at her job and killed her in a fucking parking lot.
Oh, damn.
2 shots to the dome piece with the 9 milli.
Damn.
For our less gangster listeners, that is 2 bullet wounds to the cranium with a 9mm round. Yeah.
Nice.
Sweet. So what do you think about the whole R. Kelly thing?
I don't know why they haven't done anything. Based on everything.
Do you even know about the R. Kelly?
Yeah, she was watching that shit with me.
Okay.
Because I spend quality time with my wife.
It's just going to be like a Bill Cosby thing. Watch.
I don't know, man. That's a lot, bro. Bill Cosby wasn't holding people against their will.
No. But, I mean, look how long it took for him to finally, do something, like stick his ass in jail. I mean, R. Kelly going to,
How
go
long
through
was
all these.
Bill locked up for?
I can't remember.
3 years or something?
No, it was long, man.
Was it?
Longer than that.
I don't remember.
I forgot. We talked about it in the episode.
Oh, shit. What was I saying? I forgot. R. Kelly
3 to 10 years.
Bumping and grinding on
3 to 10 years.
girls.
I thought it was longer for some reason.
I don't remember. I completely forgot.
But what about all the little innuendos that were in his songs?
Age ain't nothing but a number.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and a little grind. What else was it? There was some other ones. Do you remember? The World's Greatest.
No, there was one that we talked about the other day.
I know, but I can't remember. He was trying to stick his keys
one
in some ignitions.
The one you talked about the most was the Age Ain't Nothing But a Number with the whole Aaliyah thing.
Yeah. Had somebody falsify her birth documentation to show that she was 18 when she was 15. Her parents came and got her out of it. But, you got all these people, like, talking that, I called R. Kelly myself and told him he better stay the fuck away from my daughter. Why didn't you call the fucking cops, stupid?
Right.
If your daughter was over at R. Kelly's house.
Was it the I Admit song?
Yes.
We talked about that one.
Trapped in a closet?
Trapped in the closet, yeah.
Oh.
Whoa.
The whole, was it like 14? No, it was more 14.
Shit, like
something.
27, wasn't it?
It was up there.
I don't know.
That was a whole big deal on
All right,
TV.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you ever hear Weird Al's remake of it?
Mm-mm.
Trapped in the Drive-Thru.
I think those are the only ones we talked about.
Will you listen to R. Kelly's music anymore?
I don't know.
Or are you just going to drop him like Sony?
I mean, I know your pasty white ass is it's like Brad Paisley and fucking other country ass singers, Florida Georgia Line.
Hey.
Man, I'm not hating. They look kind of douchey. I saw them on Ridiculous last night, and I'm not gonna lie, they look kind of fucking douchey. Not just the way they were dressed. Like,
they cool.
I didn't know hillbillies wore fucking ripped skinny jeans.
They can sing, boy. They can sing.
Man, but will you continue to listen?
I mean, if it comes
Kelly?
on, I'm probably not gonna change it. I don't know that I'll necessarily like
seek it out,
search for it.
Like, I'm feeling in the mood for some bump and grind.
I am gonna remove it from my bump and grind playlist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, if it comes on, like, I probably won't change it unless I'm just not in the mood to listen to it.
Say y'all getting all hot and heavy, and then got the music going and bump and grind. Come on, you gonna keep going? You gonna turn that shit off?
I don't have a get it on playlist.
I'm not saying you. Let's say she starts one up.
I mean, I don't know. I'd put some cool shit on there. Trick Daddies, I'm a Thug.
Yeah, you gonna
Outkast.
You gonna have some shit that don't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I like this. It gets me going.
Put on some Barry White. Baby. No, you know Barry White. How did Barry? You know Barry drug somebody. I mean, I don't know, man. Barry was about it. Barry was a G.
And these Luther Vandross when you got some Trick Daddy.
Right, man. Trick love the kids. Well, that's weird to put that plug in right there. Yeah, man. My R. Kelly will not be in my go-to hot and heavy playlist. I'm gonna have
I mean, songs I mentioned earlier, if it comes on my playlist, I'll listen. I'm not going to
play a list of Cadillac music.
I'll listen to whatever I already got on my playlist, but I'm not going to go search for it.
Aliens. Going to be on there. Of course, my theme song, Trick Daddy, I'm a Thug, that's going to be on there. I mean, that's on every playlist for my life.
That's his ringtone.
Is it?
No.
Oh. I was like, I don't think I have a ringtone, but
you just got the stock ones.
My phone's never off vibrate. I don't even know where it's at. Oh, it's over there. So, is there anything else that you would like to add to this conversation about controlling relationships, obsessive psycho exes, R. Kelly doing inappropriate things to people and making them pee in buckets?
No.
Would you like to join us in a sing-along of Dave Chappelle's I Want to Piss on You?
No, I would not.
And if you are in a controlling or abusive relationship, there are ways to get out of it.
Shoot them. You get a whole TV spot. It's called Snapped.
Seek out your local authorities.
Seek out your loaded gat. Damn, I lost my beverage too. One of those. Yeah, man, that shit's fucked up. And to anybody that is one of those controlling, abusive peoples, get a motherfucking life, bitch. Move on. They don't want your stankin' ass no more.
Yeah.
You can always go to the Ronald McDonald Safe House as well.
Yeah.
All right, well.
I think it's time to wrap this episode
no
up.
fucking shit it is. God bless. This episode got deep, dark.
And long.
Like R. Kelly's history of holding girls against their will. I'm just saying, though, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, they all want to come out now during the midst of this whole Me Too movement thing, but at the same time, you're out here cold chilling in this fat-ass mansion with R. Kelly. Come on. You know at the time, they was thinking, yo, R. Kelly want this ass.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're like, oh, you mean I got to poop in a bucket? And I can't eat for 3 days?
Proper TP?
Man, you think he gave him toilet paper?
I would hope so. That'd be dirty.
Drip. Oh, no, man.
Probably bad enough if you're letting them pee in a bucket and you're going to try and go tap that ass with no
What are you talking
paper?
about, man? He was pissing on people.
Man,
so
true.
how clean is he?
Yeah, that's a good
How
point.
clean can he
But
be?
pee is
really?
sterile, though.
But pee is gross.
Agree.
Ain't nobody want a golden shower. I want to piss on you. Use your face as a toilet seat.
I'm going to go home and watch that episode now.
Oh, man. We'll put a link to it on our Twitter just because, you know what? Dave Chappelle is a motherfucker, man. I will say.
My favorite one was that one with Wayne Brady, though, with the PCP.
Did you ever see the one, Wu-Tang Financial? That was awesome.
Then what's the white supremacist one?
The black guy that didn't know he was black.
Yeah, the blind one.
Yeah.
That shit was good.
I will say this. Dave Chappelle, hands down. Now, I'm a George Carlin fan. I think George Carlin is the greatest comedian of all times. But Dave Chappelle, though, man, he is a hard second for me. And fuck Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's funny as shit.
I tell you, man,
But
we watched that Ellen DeGeneres
Chappelle's a
Netflix one the other day.
What? She got a new stand-up
She got a new stand-up on Netflix. Dude, that shit's hilarious.
You know who was good on some stand-up? Robin Williams, R.I.P.
Yes. Robin Williams was
This
very
motherfucker
solid.
said, I'm tired of seeing these beer commercials of manly men doing manly things, cut down a tree. It's Miller time. No, I want to see a real beer commercial. It's 5 a.m. and you just pissed on a dumpster. It's Miller time. Man, R.I.P. Robbie. Man, you didn't have to do that. You could have came and talked to us. Even though I didn't even know Dewayne when you iced yourself. That's something that we haven't really talked about with suicide. I don't know. We should save that shit for another episode because I feel like that's going to be another very lengthy
topic,
deep, dark rabbit hole where we could just make up for the weeks we missed and just bust out a fucking 4-hour episode.
We're going to have the memory for that, though.
Joe Rogue style. Yeah, we still got like 430 megabytes or some shit. Fuck them.
My wife ain't home yet. We good.
Dwayne's wife doesn't know where he's at. He can't tell her where he's going because she'll get mad at him.
She knows where I'm at. She got that Find My Friend shit.
Man, shut up. Mine doesn't. Are you doing that laundry? Yeah. Then why does it say you're on the 8th hole at Heritage Hills right now?
You wouldn't add it anyway.
You must have had a bad drive. It looks like you're in the rough.
Damn. Are you playing with Dewayne and helping him look for his ball because you're in the woods?
Right. Nice turnaround there, Jake.
Dewayne's golf bag has a snorkel and a pair of flippers on it. Attached to the side. Damn, I pushed that one too far and ruined it.
I'm Happy Gilmore, bro. I'll just jump in.
Fuck, beat the shit out of an alligator.
Did a Jamie joke.
Yeah. All right, so let's just fucking push it. Just push it. Talking about R.I.P. to Robbie Williams. Suicide.
R.I.P. Chester.
R.I.P. a lot of people.
A lot of people.
But have you seen those new Kate Spade bags? They're to die for.
Damn. This whole episode just got ruined again.
God. Too soon?
We definitely getting kicked off, bro.
Oh, yeah.
We getting some backlash.
To our audience out there, if you're able to listen to this before it gets kicked off.
Might as well make it 4 hours because it'll be your last one.
Thank you guys for listening to us. We appreciate y'all.
GHB to the ones that aren't here. Our bad.
We might be back under a different name.
Oops. Man, shut up. Now they gonna know.
They don't know the name, though.
They don't know what they don't know until they find out.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. As soon as they leave, I'll be talking shit again. I never understood suicide.
In the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back.
Man, you had to go there, didn't you? So back to the topic that we decided on a whim, suicide.
What about it?
I don't know, man.
So you never understood suicide?
I mean, I have a twisted view on it, I guess. Like, I think suicide is selfish. Now, let me explain.
No, I agree.
No, I get it.
You need to speak up.
Sorry.
Pull the mic down a little closer to you.
There you go.
There you go. There you go, girl. I think it's selfish from the standpoint, like, yeah, shit's rough. Like, it's hard. Life's not going exactly the way you wanted it to go. So you just gonna ice yourself but then look at all the wreckage you left for everyone around you.
Yeah, I get it.
Especially when
sometimes you gotta think it's all mentals too, bro. Like,
right.
Your mind's
You're
a
not
very
thinking the same
powerful thing.
Was you squeaking?
I know. What the fuck was that?
I tried to move this and it made a weird noise.
Kelsey farted in the mic.
But, your brain's a powerful thing, bro. I could be so far in my head, I could be looking at you and I could see fucking some kind of celebrity or something,
I mean,
I'm just
your
saying,
boy,
like,
worldwide now.
Your mind could just be so fucked.
The mind
hallucinating.
But the mind is a beautiful thing to waste. I mean, you think people like Salvador Dali or Picasso were right in the fucking mind to create the art that they created? You think the first motherfucker to say, hey, I bet you this machine will fly and let me run it off the edge of a cliff was right in the mind? I think you got to be a little bit crazy to do things like that.
I agree.
We've got to be a little bit crazy to put this episode out. But we gonna. What do you think about suicide?
I agree with you that I think it's selfish.
I get what you're saying, though, D1. Like, you don't know what a person's mentals are.
Yeah.
And I think we've kind of touched on it in the past. Like, for so long, mental illnesses were shunned. And it was always the whispers in the dark. Yeah. Like, did you hear about such and such?
It's like man, like I was at Kroger the other day.
Hey Roger.
There's this bagger guy. He's just awkward.
Bagger Vance.
He's got this real deep voice. He won't look at you when he talks. And he just starts rambling on about stuff.
Like to you, or just like talking to himself?
No, like to you.
Oh.
You know, like he doesn't. You know, how's your day going? And he's got this real deep voice. And
how's your day going?
He'll start rambling on, and it's awkward. Well, when we got through up there, he started talking. He goes, you know, one thing about being autistic that I've learned is I'm able to read people's body language or something.
And I creep you the fuck out.
And I'm sitting there like, that makes sense. But I didn't know that, though. Here I am. I'm feeling bad because I'm trying to avoid this kid because he's just awkward and shit, you know. But
Man,
he actually has something
asshole.
wrong with him.
God, Dewayne, you're so fucking.
That's the problem with all these mental stuff. You don't know
you don't know
what's wrong with them, though.
They still trying to figure out what the fuck's wrong with me.
You know, it's like the whole depression thing leading into suicide. They seem so happy.
And you know they say that though, typically the happiest seeming people and the people that are always trying to make others laugh and others feel good are the ones that are closest to that breaking point.
And one thing that pissed me off is when
I'm not suicidal.
One thing that pissed me off when Chester, you know, committed suicide for Linkin Park. Everybody's like, I just listened to the last album. How come nobody caught that? Go back to every album they've dropped.
These wounds they will not heal.
I mean, what are you talking about? Nobody caught it. Oh, you can tell in this last album he was definitely depressed.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. You know, it's hard to differentiate.
Somewhere I Belong, Numb.
I just try to light myself on fire.
Please don't do that.
Yeah, but it's hard to differentiate, though, because I've done songs that are purely for entertainment. So is that person really, is that their form of reaching out for help? Like, hey, listen to the fucking words I'm screaming to you on this record. Or is it for entertainment purposes? That's music.
Yeah, but if you, all right.
Music is hard to judge.
But the song that, if I heard the song you're talking about, if I caught on to that it may seem like you were depressed. And I would
may want to be like, hey, Chester.
And I'm going to speak up. But
Are
if
you
come
okay?
in, you know, but it's another thing too. You can come back, tell me it's for entertainment, but you're also, if you're depressed or something, you're going to avoid talking about it.
Well, that's like I said, you know, for so long it was always pushed to the back burner. It was a bad thing to have any kind of mental disorders or anything. It was looked down on. Well, I mean, for God's sakes, they fucking killed people over it, thinking that they were witches or some shit, and it was, you know, mental disabilities. I don't know. I mean,
it is selfish, but in a way. But you also got to look at the same point. Like, you don't know what is wrong in their head.
I know, man, and I think
PTSD. Something that shit gets rough, bro.
No, I know. Like I mean, I'm not saying
now.
I mean, I don't know what I'm saying.
The way for me, I think the more coward thing on suicide is like, if life's not going your way and you want to kill yourself, don't do it. But I'm not going to call you a coward in a way, because some things that you just can't get past, it's going to be stuck in your head.
Man.
But if you kill somebody and commit all these murders and then go off yourself, then you're a coward.
That's what we talked about.
Vagina. Yeah, like homeboy that shot up Mandalay Bay.
Yeah.
Or the two fuckers that shot up Columbine.
I would say most school shootings, they end up killing themselves after.
No, you may have been,
bitch.
No, you may have been, honey. You may have been fucked up in the head to go do those things in the first place. But
no shit.
But don't off yourself. Now, that's being a coward.
Or here's the thing. How about this? Just go off your fucking self and not kill.
To start with, so you're not putting everybody else through all that.
Because not only, you know, your family's going to grieve that you killed yourself. It's not something, you know, people aren't going to be happy to say you killed yourself. But
or these sick fucks that kill their kids and then kill themselves.
Yeah.
Save the kids. Kill your fucking self.
But you don't have to worry about the family going through the trauma knowing that you were a murderer.
No.
They don't have to deal with the guilt that their kid went and killed all these other people, and now their families are struggling.
Yeah,
grieving.
No shit. And then your family has to deal with the backlash of the civil suits and everything. You know how much money those kids from Columbine's parents got hit for all that shit? You're talking buku millions. Mm-hmm. I think it was something dumb. Like, there was like a $1.2 million civil restitution. And I'm like, which I think is kind of dumb. Like, how can you put a price on a life? You killed my wife. I'm going to sue you in a civil suit. How much was Kelsey worth?
You can't put a price on life.
$2 million. I just don't. Yeah, I don't see how people can put a price on a life, and I feel like that's what they do with those civil
if I
suits.
just lost a loved one off of something like that, the last thing in my head is going to be suing.
What you think my fucking life insurance is for?
No, but it's just that's
make sure
to
you
me,
pay your premiums.
Suicide's not good, but if you're gonna kill yourself
in a situation like that, I'm all for it. Except leave the other people you killed out of it. Just kill your goddamn self.
We're still gonna look at you like a coward, but you don't have to worry about.
Bitch.
Yeah, but you're not putting all the other families through it to turn around, and you're not gonna have the consequences for it because you killed yourself in the
and then killing it. And it's like we talked about earlier with the whole kid thing. You kill a kid anyways, we think you need to die anyways.
Oh yeah, I think that should come with capital punishment.
But why kill the kid and kill yourself? Because it's just no.
It's sad though, man, because you're reading more and more about it now.
And I mean, and it sucks that people commit suicide. I got a buddy, his brother committed suicide.
Like these little kids that are doing it.
Well, not just, but like I had a buddy, he found his brother. His brother
that would suck.
And dude, he went and he still suffers through it.
I believe it.
It's been years ago, and he still suffers through it. Goes through counseling, everything. And I feel bad, but it's like at the same time, it's like, why don't you think about this stuff before you do it? Yeah, life gets tough, but you got your family members that are gonna grieve and suffer.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your
no, it's already bad.
That tomorrow. Neither one of you.
No, I wasn't going with that.
Nope,
we did that the other day at work.
Neither one of you, man.
But like it's already bad enough if you ever find the family member dead,
right?
But if they committed suicide and you found them, then that's rough too.
I think it's fucked up. It breaks my heart when you read this shit. 11-year-old Minnesota girl hung herself from being bullied. Like, really?
Well, you had that whole thing.
11 years old.
Was it Bullet
13
Central?
Reasons Why?
Or Bullet East?
Oh.
Remember the whole Bullet East thing?
No.
There was a whole suicide pact.
Fuck.
And Bullet East.
Like the whole school?
Like it was a group of girls, I think.
Oh. Word?
You don't remember that?
No. When the fuck was this?
It was like senior year, the year after we graduated.
Oh, word? And it was just like a bunch of them saying that we were going to kill themselves, but they really weren't going to kill themselves. And just have that one kill herself.
It feels like 3 or 4.
But then they couldn't get in trouble because she killed herself. Was it one of those things?
I can't remember exactly. But there was a whole suicide pact
Did
between like 3 or 4 girls.
Yo, fuck that. Fuck that.
High school.
Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I have no clue. That shit's rough.
I mean, but it all comes down to mentals, though, bro. It's, people just...
As we have stated on I believe it was episode 8 with Justin. Or it may have been episode 10. I don't remember. It was one of the episodes with Justin. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Reach out for help. We'll give you Dewayne's number. You can talk to Dewayne.
No, don't do that.
Dewayne might need to talk to you. Shit. Reach out to us. We'll listen. We'll talk. We're just here to help people. We're trying to get people to view the world in a different way. Somebody take these damn lighters away from me. I'm sitting over here.
So you got like 4 of them by you, bro.
No, I keep dropping
3 of them.
I keep dropping them, man. Don't judge me.
Somebody calling your phone. Yeah, I know. Bet you it ain't Joey. Joey. We miss you, Joey.
Man, I'm over here trying to get my podcast on. What are we talking about again? Oh, my multiple lighters laying around.
Yeah.
I have them on my desk. I always lose my lighters. And when I'm in my creative mode and I'm up here creating and, making music or skits, I have a tendency to fucking chain smoke, and I always leave my lighters up here, and then I grab one, sit it on my lap, forget it's there, grab a different one, drop it. That's why I have a circle of lighters around me. All right, we're at 2 fucking hours. So we need to get out of this one.
We
big time.
We went hard.
This is Boy, I feel like we got a big recap coming on this
Kelsey,
one.
you might want to listen to this.
Yeah. Kelsey's going to proof listen to this one.
Okay.
And you might have to stop him from posting it.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, so again, just to kind of recap on things with the whole conversation about the Covington high school students and the shit that happened in D.C., we were not talking about it from a racist or racial standpoint at all. But we
weren't there. We don't know.
We just think that people need to look at everything from all angles before they pass judgment. Whether and judgment never needs to be passed on race, color, creed, religious background, sexual preference, none of it. People are people at the end of the day.
You know there are only two genders.
Bill Nye even said that shit. And if you don't listen to Bill Nye, are you even living, bro?
You're too young for me, bro.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
If you don't know who this is, you're too young for me.
Bill. Man, I can't get nobody to join in on that one either.
Nope.
I know you're going to continue. Sorry.
Like I don't always push things to the limit. Push it to the limit. Man, you know what? Fuck everybody.
I did my one singing the other day. That one episode.
So yeah, how about this? How about instead of worrying about race and color and people hate, how about everybody just be cool? People saying they want peace, change the way you look at things. Try that. How about that? Catch me outside, and I'll tell you the same thing. Anyway, let's see. R. Kelly should go to prison. Controlling relationships and obsessive exes need a life. Well, there's my lengthy recap on everything.
Watch Tom Brady cheat in the Super Bowl.
Anybody got anything else? Anybody got anything they want to plug?
No.
Nope.
No?
I guess no. Do a big shout out to all these little restaurants and stuff helping out the furloughed employees from this shutdown.
Hey, man, and shout out to the homie and official GHB barber, Zach Harris,
Yep.
doing his thing with the free haircuts for federal employees. He was on episode 13, the Christmas episode with us. Shout out to him out here doing his thing. Shout out to us because we're releasing this phenomenal content for free to keep you entertained while yo ass ain't working or getting paid. I think they're working, just not getting paid. So shout out to us. You know, we out here doing our part.
Shout out to the other companies helping out with that detective that passed away. You see that stuff to help raise money for the family?
What detective?
The one that the officer that died from the MSD dude.
Oh, yes.
You know, they don't have to do that. They're doing that on their own free will. Shout out to them.
So, love one another, help each other. We should learn to help each other, not just in times of tragedy, though, or times of holiday.
That's only when it happens, unfortunately.
Only. You see somebody struggling, offer a helping hand. Yeah. All right. So, as always, shout out to everyone that is liking, listening, downloading. Brazil, UK, Australia, America, Ireland, everybody overseas and domestically that plays our shit. We have still got those two challenges going for you. One, tell one person that you know about the podcast. Two, send us a selfie of you listening to our podcast. And the first person that does that, the first one to do it, they're going to get a call from Dewayne. Personal phone call.
No.
Yeah, you are. But he's going to go to a payphone, so you can't have his number. Do they still have payphones anywhere?
I'm pretty sure somewhere's got one.
All right, well, for the first person that does that,
I don't think you can you do star 67 anymore or whatever?
Probably.
What is that?
Star 67 blocks your phone number.
Where in the fuck have I been? When did that shit come out?
You did that shit on the home
A
phone,
long
bro.
time ago. You star 67, dial the number, and it shows up as private.
And what was was it star 69? It was like told you
to
who called you?
see who called you last. Yeah.
Does that shit for real work?
Yeah, try it on my phone.
No. Hey, Dewayne, what's your number?
Rude.
Oh.
Damn.
I ain't that dumb.
I tried. Do I got to dial the area code?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I don't know if it works anymore.
8281.
Well, you didn't have to do all that.
Well, I didn't give the rest of it.
I just get confused where the 1 and the 2
555.
Yeah.
55541 8675309.
Are you gonna call me or no?
Sorry, man.
I was just asking.
That shit's for real?
You don't remember? You never done that?
No.
That's how we used to prank call people all the time.
No caller ID.
Say word? You ain't even gonna answer my call, though? Hello?
Yes.
How are you?
Fine.
I'm having a conversation with myself. All right, man, we gotta quit fucking around. Damn, I ain't even knew about that.
It's been that way for
What is Star 6?
Forever.
Star 69, see who called you last.
What the fuck is caller ID for?
This is before caller
home
ID, bro.
phones didn't have
My home
caller
phone had caller ID on it.
Okay,
Before they had
poor
caller
people
ID.
didn't have caller IDs on their phones. Sorry.
Wow, a fucking mouthy over here. I mean, it didn't always, but I just remember like getting like a cheap ass $14 cordless home phone that had the caller ID display on the back.
Well, some didn't.
They still had to climb up the fucking power pole to use the phone, Green Acres style and shit.
No, we did not.
Green Acres is the place to be.
Farm living.
There it
life
is.
For me.
My wife's a fucking hillbilly.
That's rude.
Oh, man, I'm gangster. I love my wife, though.
All right.
You gotta love me to put up with me.
That's
All right,
true.
anyway. So, first person to post a selfie of themselves. Dewayne, tuck your stomach in. First person to post a selfie of them listening to our podcast, to our Instagram page. We will find a payphone, and Dewayne will call you.
Not happening.
It is happening. I will give you the 50 cent for the collect call. But if you use the iPhone app, remember, rate it, subscribe to it, comment or review it. Hit the Libsyn page, leave some comments, talk to us. We talk back. Slide into the DMs on Instagram and Twitter.
And obviously nobody's doing it, so you know we're going to respond back to you
At this point, can we just get a goddamn sympathy email from somebody?
Something.
Fuck. We're trying to talk to our... we know you listening.
We can see it.
We can see it. We got listener ID.
You know, it's pretty
It's
bad
like
that
caller
the
ID
people we
for
know that
listeners.
listen don't even do it.
Yeah, no. Yep. Well, that's fucked up, though. The ones at work that listen to it, they always want to talk to us about it at work. And I'm like, I finally told him the other day, I'm like, we like talking to you all about this shit, but talk to us about it on social media.
Yeah.
Goddamn. But yeah, slide into the DMs on the Twitter and the Instagram at the official GHB. That's at symbol TheOffIcial, capital G, capital H, capital B, at the official GHB. Find us on Facebook, GHB Podcast. And even though you know I'll never use it, the email address is theofficialghb@gmail. Or is it official G? God damn it. I need to write our email address down because I don't ever fucking
I have
remember
it somewhere, but you kept changing it.
I think it's theofficialghb@gmail.com. Give me just a second, please, and thank you.
No, it's just official.
No, it's not.
It's just official.
It's the official because I just logged on to it
Oh.
to no emails. No new emails. Anyway, the only ones on it are from myself. So the email address is theofficialghb@gmail.com. Twitter and Facebook, or Twitter and Instagram, the official GHB. Facebook GHB podcast. First person to post that picture, we will call you from a payphone and say thank you. What else?
I think that's it.
Thank you to our first returning guest, my wife, Kelsey. So yeah, as always, for myself, Jake LeMaster and Dewayne Brutchers. All right, y'all.
Peace.